Hello everyone, Ace here, and today let's talk a little bit more about Ready or Not. Because as mentioned in previous videos, the game was getting censored on the PC to coincide with the console release update, for reasons of cross-compatibility support as claimed by the devs. Because the console versions themselves had to be censored in order to get an M for Mature rating from the ESRB. Oh, but don't worry guys, you could always just download a mod that restores the original uncensored content, according to the people that wanted to defend this as being not a big deal, bro. Well, I bring all of this up due to a couple of notable updates with regards to this story. For a start, when it comes to the game's age rating courtesy of the ESRB, it is of note that the ESRB has removed the game from their page, suggesting that the ESRB isn't actually confident in giving the game an M for Mature rating anymore. So, assuming the developers actually needed the ESRB to rate their game, that could lead to some very real consequences for the developers, and would also directly suggest that the censorship that they took towards the game was not enough and that they need to do more to gain that M for Mature rating. So yeah, despite all the claims that it's not a big deal, bro, well, there's now a very real chance that Void is going to censor the game further. But you could always mod the game and remove the censorship, right? Yeah, about that. Nexus Mods actually decided to remove the mod that decensored the game. And for the record, even then, that particular mod was still very much work in development and didn't quite restore the content to where it originally was, even when it was still up. Even if the devs want to claim that they support people decensoring the game, the fact that Nexus Mods isn't allowing that sort of thing shows that you're not really allowed to mod the game properly. There are other things I could talk about with how this update has been a disaster for Ready or Not, such as the suspicious graphical downgrades that PC gamers got right alongside this console release, which the devs claim totally is just a bug, bro, or the console release trailer, which is getting ratioed heavily, or issues in general with people even being able to play online, which is kind of a big deal for a game that's focused around cooperative PvE multiplayer, and also happens to undermine the whole crossplay feature, you know, the whole point of why the PC version needed to be censored too. But the simple gist of it is that things have been a complete disaster for Ready or Not and for Void Interactive. And the ultimate irony is that all of these broken promises that the developers have made to their own fans and supporters not only means that you can no longer trust what the devs have to actually say, but because of the shenanigans of both the ESRB as well as Nexus Mods, means that Void Interactive is getting screwed over themselves amusingly enough. So all of that effort to break promises towards the fandom appears to have been completely in vain on Void Interactive's part. In a way, this whole situation reeks of karma, of the company getting exactly what it deserves as a result of its own behavior. The simple truth is that the developers should have stuck to their guns and kept their promises.